Well, that's it. It's all over and done with. WWE have left New Orleans after WrestleMania and doing the post-WrestleMania Raw and SmackDown. And you know what? It's great because us Brits can bastard sleep again. There's a few things that went down at Trollomania. Why do I call it Trollomania? Here's why. Sorry, that was a bit of a shout out to one of my favourite fellow YouTubers, Simon Miller. Please don't sue me for gimmick infringement. I have no money. I'm man enough to admit that they had me. You guys should be man enough to admit that they had you too. And women. They had women too. Because equality. In advance, excuse me if I'm talking really fast. There's a couple of videos I want to get through to maybe get out there before the Superstar shake-up. So if at any point I'm talking too fast, then there's like the little settings thing down by here that you can like slow my speech down or something. There's going to be some matches that I'm just going to speed through because I won't have nothing much to say, and there's some matches I'm going to have a lot to say about. So while I still have the coffee and the energy drinks and the caffeine pills in my system, let's get on with it. This is what happened at WrestleMania 34. Dun 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 ding dong 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 dong. First up on the pre-show we have the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Now we all know how important that trophy is to someone's career. I mean, we just need to look at Mojo Rawley and Baron Corbin. Speaking of Baron Corbin, there was a point where maybe we thought that he was going to win it because he was down to the last two. You know, maybe push the reset button and start the whole Baron Corbin experiment all over again from scratch. But he was eliminated by the eventual winner, Woken Matt Hardy, with an assist from the newly woken Bray Wyatt. Personally, I think because the Andre Giant Battle Royale hasn't been very they haven't really done anything with it in the past and its winners. So I think both Matt and the title, if you like, will both benefit. I mean, Matt can work that trophy fantastically. We just had to look at some of his promos pre-WrestleMania. Also, it's something to give Matt Hardy. So they basically, the title and Matt, hopefully will push each other to mean something again. Next up, Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali to win the Cruiserweight Championship. Not much really to say here, except that this is what they had planned. I'm guessing they had planned months ago for him to defeat Etzo Amore for the title, but loads of stuff went on, so they've redone it. So that's great. Well done. Next, so if you saw my prediction video, that's 2 out of 2 so far. Fantastic. Next up was the Women's Battle Royal with special guest commentator Beth Phoenix and Paige. Paige played the sort of heel What About Me thing quite well. Also, with the whole injury thing and not being official and what's happening with the career, I feel like maybe, I don't know if they were holding information back for her work. So at this point, I thought which is what they were doing. So when Paige said, "Oh, you know, maybe next year I can compete," I thought maybe, yeah, you know, there's hope. But as we all know, or if you watch a possible later on video, that doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Basically, Naomi won it, which is good, I guess. Feel the glow. Worth mentioning, there was a nice little moment in there where Bayley eliminated Sasha Banks, so maybe they're going to play out that a bit more, maybe having a match at Backlash. Hopefully by then they may have established who the face and the heel is. But you know, something to look forward to post-WrestleMania. It'd be interesting to see, and then hopefully both can move on. Next up, the main card opener, we had the Intercontinental Championship with Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Miz making his way to the arena like he just come out of auditioning for a live-action Naruto film. pretty good match. You know, some nice set pieces. Nice to see Rollins as a new champion. He was a Grand Slam champion, so that's pretty cool. All much to say on there. So what have we got next? I don't want to do it. I don't want to say it. I don't want these words to leave from my mouth. Okay. Next up, we have Charlotte retaining cleanly her SmackDown Women's Championship from Asuka, the previously undefeated Asuka, therefore leaving like the undefeated streak behind. Personally, especially after seeing what happened on following SmackDown, I think it was a total waste of Asuka's streak. I'm sure they could have done something a bit better there. But yeah, fantastic match. Very, very surprising. Maybe a little disappointing outcome. Probably the most disappointing result of the night. So I'm going to move quickly on to the next one because I want to forget this ever happened. Next up, Randy Orton put his US title on the line against Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode, and Rusev. Rusev lost on Rusev Day, which is another disappointing outcome. Jinder Mahal won, so it's possible we're going to get another long program with Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal again if they don't do the right thing and have Randy Orton defeat Jinder Mahal back cleanly to undo all the wrongs that we had last year over the WWE title. So, serves its purpose, I guess, if that's the case. So, it's a pretty entertaining match. That's all I can say about it. Next up, we have Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Great to see Kurt Angle in the ring. Don't seem to have missed a step. It was nice to see him come out in his more sort of traditional style attire. Ronda Rousey had an impressive in-ring debut. Nice feel-good moment for everyone that I think was needed at that point when Rousey got the win over Stephanie with the armbar submission. So yeah, that was pretty entertaining. Enjoyed that match. What have we got next? Next up, the Bludgeon Brothers defeat the Usos and the New Day in a triple threat match to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Nice little match. Some would probably say it was a bit sort of short, maybe. Personally, I don't think that they needed to do any more than they did. I mean, to build the Bludgeon Brothers up as an extremely powerful and intimidating force to be reckoned with, they booked it right here. It got the job done. And now it'll be fun to see what the Bludgeon Brothers do with the tag team titles. And we have Troll number 2 of the night. Let me explain. In case you didn't know, we had this whole thing where whether Undertaker was going to answer Cena's call to challenge him at WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, he didn't get a call. In fact, we had John Cena drinking beer and enjoying the show up until at one point a referee ran down to whisper in Cena's ear. Cena ran up, came down by this point, got ready for a match for the Undertaker. And then after all that wait, who should come out but Elias. Elias did his usual thing, run his mouth. So Cena sorted him out and did an attitude adjustment on him. And then finally, we get The Undertaker. Pretty much a squash match. A lot of people are complaining about the match because it was such a squash. Basically, I don't think either The Undertaker or Cena have anything to lose or gain by this. But for the sake of the storyline, it was an interesting storyline. And probably the best both have done in a while. And also it should be a good starting point to maybe, prediction here, set up for a proper Cena and Undertaker match at WrestleMania next year. Did what it did. Obviously, it was more about the journey than the destination here, so I pretty much enjoyed it. Undertaker won. Almost forgot about that. What have we got next? Next, we had the tag team match. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against Shane McMahon and the returning Daniel Bryan. This match was always going to be over to see Daniel Bryan's return. where troll number 3 happened when Owens and Zayn basically obliterated Daniel Bryan outside the ring, and you thought he was going to get carried out in the stretcher, and you thought, oh no, you know what's going, we're not going to get the whatever. Yeah, they had us on our toes there, but Shane McMahon held the fort for a while. Daniel Bryan came back and won the match. Another nice feel-good moment. So it was fun, kept us on our toes, I guess. So it's great to see Daniel Bryan back in the ring, and look forward to see what they're going to do with him post-Mania. Next up, Nia Jax defeated Alexa Bliss for her Raw Women's Championship because bullies. Next up, the dream match we wanted in the WWE. AJ Styles defends his WWE Championship against the Men's Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. Despite what I think a lot of you may think, I personally was not that disappointed with the match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Probably a bit disappointed with the outcome because we've had both the women's and the men Rumble winners losing their shot or their title opportunities, their matches at WrestleMania. So that sucked a little bit, to be honest. Great ending though. Really looking forward to how Nakamura plays out with his heel turn. Hope they do a long program with this. I'm guessing maybe they do the traditional trilogy. So yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it, and look forward to see what they're going to do with that program next. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Team Championships, where the Bar are defending their titles against Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. And the moment finally come, who was going to be the mystery partner? Was it going to be Bray Wyatt? Was it going to be, Rey Mysterio? Was it going to be Dean Ambrose? Was it going to be, there was loads of predictions, and the time had finally come, and Braun went into the crowd and picked out a 10-year-old kid. Not sure whether it was a plant. If it was a plant, then probably would have made more sense to try and put the kid maybe a little bit, bit easier for Braun to find. Because I felt that search went on quite long enough. So the now legendary Nicholas is now on the record books as being a Raw Tag Team Championship holder with Braun Strowman. Because they won. Which is interesting. Troll number 4. Guys, this WrestleMania main event, they kind of know what already's going to happen. Oh, it's still going to be a good match. Yeah, we I think we kind of need to keep people on their toes. Booked enough finishes to keep them on their toes. I don't know. I think they're going to be quite pissed with some of the results we've already got. So, I think we need to do something. We need another swerve here. Another swerve. I'm sorry about this, but maybe we can try Brock retaining the Universal Championship. You know what? That would be hilarious. Do it. Yeah, who saw that coming? Wow, we were smart asses, weren't we? But they sure showed us. Yeah, so Brock retained. Also found out later that he's renewed his contract. So we're going to see more of Lesnar and Reigns. I don't know what to say. I wasn't really looking forward to the match, but I guess I was I'm not a massive fan of Reigns myself. But it was would have been nice to have seen the title finally change hands to a full-timer. And we didn't get it at WrestleMania. And I'm glad I didn't put that bet on as well. So, troll number 5. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. You are now my new best friend. if there's anything you want to say on anything about WrestleMania 34, or just say hi, you've got the comment section here. I hope to do new stuff soon over the next couple of days regarding the shake-up, and so that should be fun. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like, and I'll see you guys soon. Tack out.